What's up, guys? How's it going? So, last time I came to the realization, and I'd actually somewhat been aware of this before, that my mic volume, what you guys are hearing from me, just isn't it at all. Was at completely insufficient volume, and you needed to turn up your volume up until the complete max, and even then it wouldn't be actually that loud. So I wouldn't change a few settings, and I hope that resolves the issue. I think it probably resolved the issue. I'm actually going to check real quick, bring up the stream on my phone and seeing if I have good volume. So test. Yeah, folks, it sounds a lot louder than it did before. So I'm hoping that it's the same for you guys, and I'm hoping this is good. Hoping it fixes everything. So today we're going to be playing a little bit of EU4, continuing, of course, our Portugal playthrough. So yeah, when we last dropped in on this match here, we had just recently finished a few wars here and there. We had finished this whole situation with Adal, Kliwa, the Mamluks, all of this. I believe that was the last war we fought, if I'm not mistaken. So we took a lot of areas here. We've been building up more, of course, frigates. Increase our trade income, which is already, our income's already insane. 700 ducats per month. It's a whole heck of a lot. I'd like to get to 1,000. Why not? Because look, guys, the whole goal here, what I'm trying to build up for, is a confrontation with France. And France continues to get stronger and stronger. They're moving into the HRE big time because it's a very weak HRE. And with Bavaria as the emperor, and they just won a war against Bavaria, won a war against the emperor. And look at this. They have the whole Alsace-Lorraine area as well as Baden. They have basically all of Switzerland at this point almost. Well, Venice has some of it, which I believe is allied with France. They are allied with France. They have all the Low Countries. They're already all the way to Koblenz, Trier, and everything. I mean, it's not looking good for the HRE. Really, basically, one of the only actually strong nations left here, are really the only real two. It's Bohemia and Westphalia. I mean, I guess maybe Lubeck, but 48,000 standing army, it's not much, man. It's not much. And even then, Bohemia only has 50,000, which is less than I would expect. So guys, it's they're a completely unmatched powerhouse. Like, the only one that comes anywhere close is basically me and England, right? Which me and England are fairly evenly matched, I suppose. I managed to win a war against them, but I only actually took a couple provinces, and that was actually the last war I fought here. So it was pretty hard fought, and there was only a couple provinces actually taken. So, not exactly amazing to see. Yeah, so I don't know. France is going to be a tough nut to crack. I mean, you look at how many guys they have, over 400,000 standing army, and 268,000 in the manpower pool, which is almost as much as my maximum, right? So it's going to be tough. I've been thinking of what I can actually do. So with my money, obviously, I can go above force limit, of course, which I'm not quite at force limit. I'll try to expand my guys up to force limit. But, yeah, guys, I don't know. It's not going to be an easy feat by any means. One thing I can do to get a little bit of extra development in my core region is attack Aragon here, which I think I'm going to do promptly. They have a couple high development provinces, not a huge army. I could easily take them out. That would give me this estuary province, as well as a center of trade over here, and of course, and there's another high development province just in general over here. And that will deprive France of some of their, well, actually, it really won't, really, because I don't think France is, they're collecting from the Genoa node, but they're not making a whole lot there. So that's not really going to do a whole lot, but it will prevent some more of my trade from draining away from me, I suppose. But I don't know, guys. It's only going to be so useful. Of course, I'm in the process, I believe I'm in the process, of annexing Valencia. We're actually not making any progress on that because they don't control this province because of rebels. I'll have to go over there and deal with that. But, there's only really so much we can do about this. So I don't think I can expand trade, I can continue expanding, but I don't think I'm going to be able realistically to catch up with their standing army. But one thing I could do with my huge amount of ducats, I could basically hire every mercenary company essentially in the game. Like, hire, another couple 100,000 in mercenaries. And maybe then I can defeat them. But in doing so, I would have to be very strategic. Now, so that's why I have 3 forts over here. And I gotta make sure they're fully upgraded. Yes, I believe they are. And basically allow them to get their guys to come over here. And I believe these are all hills, highlands. So this one's grasslands, but these hills or highlands, I'm gonna have a combat bonus for defending. So I can wait for their guys to come siege down these provinces and send my guys out of these coastal provinces that'll be protected by these, and basically, hopefully, win some battles against their guys and wear their army down. Because I'll have a terrain advantage, defense advantage, what have you. That's the strategy. And meanwhile, of course, I would try to press hard in the New World, take these guys, these areas over, maybe even land some guys in Havana and take over Cuba here. Because they have some pretty decently high development provinces over here, right? So we have some options. But I'm going to have to continue to get more powerful if I want to be able to do that. We already have a higher development than them, but that's not good enough, unfortunately. That's not good enough. So one of the things I'm doing here to increase the amount of money I'm getting and increase my trade, increase my development, my dominance economically, and now I am the economic hegemon, which I don't know where I look and find that menu. It shows, I know you could look at it somewhere. Oh yeah, so we are economic hegemon, right? So that gives us mercenary manpower. So that's in mercenary disciplines. That's pretty huge. That's definitely going to help us in a potential mercenary fueled battle with the French, right? Now, of course, I was before kind of going for army professionalism, but I don't know if is this really that strong? I mean, retaining or regaining manpower with disbanding is cool. Reduced manpower damage taken by reserves, or morale damage taken by reserves, that's good. Army drill gain, yeah, it's good to have army professionalism, but I think it's worth it, honestly, to have the mercenaries. I think we're going to gain more than we're going to lose. So, without further ado, we are going to be attacking all these guys. Now, I don't think this is going to be a particularly long stream because I know we're going to go get food for a little bit. But mainly, I kind of wanted to hop in here for a little while, test out my mic, see how it worked, or with the new settings. So anyway, let's get into it. We'll probably just be playing for a brief while. Maybe not long at all. What? That's interesting that Ethiopia just insulted us. I don't know what that's about. That's strange. Okay. Ooh. Ability. Age ability. I guess protecting forts I'll take, I suppose. We somehow have now another merchant. I'm not sure which one that came from. That might have come from Cromandel, because we just might have just know we have had that. I don't know. It probably got. It probably got. It probably got. I don't know. I guess I went over 50% in one of the trade nodes. I'm not sure which one it would have been, but doesn't matter. I have an extra merchant. That's a positive thing, no matter how you look at it. Yeah, I'm not sure what node that would have been, but whatever. Doesn't matter at all. Really doesn't matter at all. Now, where should I transfer from? I could do Rio de la Plata. I could do Lima. I could do Panama. Yeah, somewhere in the New World, definitely. I suppose I could do Katsina. Zambezi. Deccan. I'm not sure how to say it, but I could do that. That's definitely an option. Could do Chengdu, I guess. Get our merchants further into China. No, we're going to do Jiren. That's what we're going to do. That's definitely what we're going to do. That connects with Nippon. So, yeah, we're going to get a full trade route going all the way down here and all the way around Africa and all the way over to Seville. That's exactly what we're going to do. So, as far as other things now we can make another one of these guys here. Land force limit, that could be good. Trade steering, that could be good depending on where we put it. Now, what node? Oh, okay, so we could put it in this trade node, the Zambezi node. I think we should probably go for, honestly, just the Governor General's mansion, because actually our sailors, we need some more sailors. Like, the amount we're getting per month is actually only a little bit more than how much we're using. So that's pretty wild, actually. I hadn't had any issue with that, throughout the whole game. And of course, the extra manpower helps, obviously, right? So, we of course do more of these. So we get more manpower. That's crucial. And we will unlock the next diplomatic technology, which gives us the Chebek, which I believe is it's a galley. So that's not really that important for us, to be honest with you. And we don't have actually a lot that needs to be upgraded. Anyway, let's hit play again. Oh, so we actually don't have. Oh, I'm kind of stupid. I sent these guys out, but I'm realizing now that I don't actually have enough troops deployed in this area to even justify. Oh, jeez. Shoot. Okay. Crud. Yeah. Should have planned this out better last stream, but I guess it was kind of late at night, and I kind of just deployed everyone out. Let's well, suppose in these areas we'll just recruit some more soldiers, I guess. I wonder if we'd be able to defeat these guys in a battle here. What mil tech are these guys at? They're at 20, same as us. Not sure. I'm not sure. We actually might lose this battle, to be honest with you. So wow, yeah. So I have guys deployed over here. Got guys deployed over here, and none of them are able to siege down the forts I assigned them to attack. That's amazing. That's just fantastic. Wow. Okay. So this fleet, I will go ahead and send Carax, an early Carax. That's kind of insane. I'm not sure how these never got upgraded, but it's wild. So I'll send these guys over here. I guess we'll just have to consolidate our troops a little bit. They were going to pick up some of my guys in the New World, but that's fine. I'll send these ones to pick them up. And yeah, next game here, or next month here, when I get a little bit more money in the bank, I'll definitely make some troops over here, a couple more cannons. That might make the difference. I don't know. Not entirely sure that it will, but we will see. You guys just hang out here. Yeah, this is badly planned. This was horrendously planned, actually. That's funny. Wow. That's okay. That's okay. We're going to make sure we definitely have the military administrations built in every area for sure. Max out our manpower here. Oh, jeez. Yeah, they're attacking our trade fleets. No huge surprise there. I wasn't really that focused on protecting them. Now, so it looks like they are going to attack my guys here. I wonder how this is going to go. Not looking too good for the enemy. Nice. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. They got felted on that one. They got pretty well sauced. All right. All right. That's good to see. So I wonder how many troops I need here to actually make a difference in the siege here, to actually be enough to effectively siege the province. I guess we'll see momentarily. Oh! Whoa, okay, hold on. So, first off, we're getting our next Miltech, which is good. Second of all, Two Sicilies is calling us in to war with Bologna. So that's a pretty easy one. That shouldn't be too big a problem. I'll help him out. Why not? I'll go over here, attack these Genoese. No problem. That'll be basically my participation, I think. Oh, it looks like the Genoese actually lost their holdings up here in Crimea. I'd kind of had interest in taking them for the wine provinces. Oh, okay, yeah. So we were able to get enough troops over here to actually progress this siege along. So that's good to see. So I'm going to disengage this siege, take this province, give them another general here, and just, I guess, fight the Philippine troops. Now, I don't know where these Lulu soldiers went. I suppose they're probably on this fleet. I don't know, or maybe I'm not seeing the troops that are right here. I'm not entirely certain about that. I saw someone form Rome with no army as a two-tile state before 1659, which is your current day right now. Wait, how do you form Rome with no army? What, are you just like making like a bunch of like, what, like? I mean, how would you even do that? Would it just be like through personal unions, a lot of alliances? My God. But I mean, though, doesn't like your army strength affect alliances and affect diplomacy with other countries though? So I'm surprised he was able to maintain like alliances with no army, you know? But I suppose that's probably what's impressive about it, I guess. That's insane, to be honest with you. I have no idea to put. Yeah, I don't even know how you'd be able to do that. That's completely nuts. Completely nuts. Oh wow. Yeah, no, that's totally wild. Totally wild. Okay. Oh, by the way, in comparison to other streams, how's my audio sounding? Because I made a specific effort to sort of play with the settings a little bit and try to get my mic to be a bit more sensitive. Now my concern is that might that the result of that might end up being just, you know, people hearing a bunch of extra sound from me, you know, just a bunch of extra background noise. A bit better, but your camera looks like a swirl. Oh yeah, that's weird. My camera looks horrible, you're right. Wow, let me try, let me see, maybe it's just dirty or something, I don't know. Oh, come away. Huh. Did that help at all? Looks like one of those visualizers in those music videos. That's funny. Yeah, so, dude, funny thing is, well, not really that funny for my cats, but we got one of them neutered and the other spayed today, man. So that was quite something to deal with. They've been whining the whole time. I mean, you know, reasonably so. And you know, I had to put the cones on them and everything. England, yeah. So last time I streamed at EU4, we did manage to beat England. That's why I have a bunch of troops over here in the New World. We defeated England in a war. That was good. Now France, I realistically speaking, I'm still not powerful enough to fight them. I'm just not. And the problem is that, you know, I can hire mercenaries, but in order to actually be able to hire enough mercenaries to match their army strength, I'm going to be so far over my force limit that I'm going to be spending ridiculous amounts. So I'm trying as hard as I can to get my income up to 1,000. So, and it also, of course, up my manpower. I definitely believe that if we have 1,000 ducats and we can hire basically the whole slew of mercenaries, I think that we'll definitely be able to beat them. I'm not saying I can build another military administration, but I don't see where. But yeah, so we did end up defeating England. You know, it wasn't like a crushing defeat for them, but we did end up taking some provinces from them. That was good. Now that would be provinces in Eastern America. Basically, we took North Carolina and the estuary province in the James River estuary in Chesapeake in Virginia here. Jamestown, so the original English colony, kind of a spit in their face a little bit. So that was good, but you know, there's still more we can do. Absolutely. There's absolutely still more we can do. And try as best we can. Gonna tune in when you finally finish your 54th part of the Go playthrough. All right, man. Well, hey, tune in for Minecraft. Next stream I'm gonna doing that. So. Yeah, I might want to actually wrap this playthrough up. Probably bore the heck out of people. But, you know, hey. It's just a situation where, you know, it's like if I'm going to be playing video games, may as well stream them, you know? May as well stream them. Oh, yeah. So, these guys have arrived in Genoa over here. That's good. Now let's see if with these guys I can actually make a difference in the siege here. I think I probably can. And we'll take down this Filipino army here. Yeah, we'll repay that loan. Cool. Oh yeah, so let's also bring some of these other units back home. Or, okay, they're about to arrive momentarily. We'll send, we can leave these, I suppose we could leave these guys hanging out over there. 25, we will send you guys over here for now. Yeah, we'll support the Younger Canada. We have plenty of money to do so with. Not a problem at all. Not a problem in the slightest. Still not making a difference in that siege. That's not what I had hoped. Not what I had hoped. Very convoluted route here. Okay. So, Siege of Barito. Wait, hold on. Oh, these guys were sent over to... No, hold on. Wait. Hold the phone. Where are you? Where do you guys think you're going? No. No. Hold up. You guys... Yeah, okay, yeah, you guys are going over there to pick them up. Okay. So I don't know why these dudes decided then to go off in this direction. Let's transport these guys over to the Philippines here. So I can hang out with these guys. Seize these areas down. Well, I'll just recruit a few more soldiers gradually here to get enough to make a difference in this siege here. And how many cavalry do I have? That's probably good enough. Well, I'll make one more cavalry group and one more artillery. Wow. That was quick. Quick and sweet war. Short and sweet. So it's looking like we have enough. Yeah, so we can have these guys just drill down here. We have enough, how do you call it? Supply limit for this group of 49. And I want to make these guys elite and really drilled up. That's important for me. And more colonists, I will send you guys further into Siberia. You know, we're doing Portuguese Siberia out here, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, no one else is getting to it, so it's free real estate, isn't it? Free real estate. And again, I'm not seeing where we can actually get another military administration, so that's fine. But we will start making these broker exchanges. That's going to give us a lot more cash. And we'll just build these everywhere. Oh, we do have Mamluk separatists over here, so we'll send these guys over to kill them. Do we have any other rebels or anything? Not really in our lands, although we do have the particularists right here in Namibia. I guess we'll eventually, I guess we'll send, some guys over to deal with that pretty soon here. We'll, of course, also assign these frigates to patrol this area. You guys patrol here, just so we can get a light ship presence in all these different nodes. Doesn't need to be, it doesn't need to be huge. It should be pretty large, but, it doesn't necessarily need to be. Any little bit helps. Any little bit increases our income. So, I want to make sure our income stays increasing, folks. Stays increasing. Yeah, and so we've got more provinces here we can add to our trading company, Shahur, which I believe is a center of trade. Sick. So that's good. And a bunch of these we can add to our trading company, like Zayla, Hargeisa, which is the capital of the, I believe is the capital these days of the unrecognized state of Somaliland, of all places. If you guys have ever heard of that one. I don't think we have really anything over here to add to any trading company. Maybe, this one right here. I think that's it for now. Of course, our conversions will continue. And Kutai, I'm also at war with them. I forgot about that. We'll annex Burrito, take ducats, of course. Got a fort, apparently. That's cool. Good to actually have a fort in somewhere in Borneo, which is good because, these other provinces are just not really defended, although there's only 2 of them, so not anything crazy. And it is another spices province, increasing our, of course, monopoly on spices, which is pretty key, guys, because, if we manage to maintain and expand our monopoly on on spices. You know, the event, decline of the spice trade. Are you kidding me? It's a terrible place for particulars to revolt. Like if we actually have a so if we actually have a like a very large monopoly on the spice trade, we will never actually get the event decline of the spice trade. So, oh yeah, guys, check this out. This is the cat. This is the cat we just got neutered today. Poor guy, he got his reproductive organs cut off. So he's not a very happy camper right now, to say the very least. No es tan feliz, no? Mm-hmm. He's crying. He wants to be carried like a baby. I don't blame him, man. If the same thing happened to me, I'd feel the exact same way. That poor little dude. The poor little fella.
No le vais a lastimar la cola. No le vais a lastimar su... Ahí.
¿Playas para ir a la playa o para recoger los pizza o qué? Okay. Yeah, look at this poor guy. Oh, he wants to leave. That's whoa. Yeah, so it looks like I'm gonna go pick up some pizza. We're having pizza tonight, and that'll be fun. But yeah, man, that's a tough break for the cat, man. That's a tough break. I don't know how I feel about that sort of thing. You know, it's like I understand. You know, you. ¿Ese salió? Hold on, apparently the cat got out. Well, 1 second. Yeah, apparently, yeah, like a cat kind of wrestled his way out of my arms. Like, all right, if you want to get you want to come go down, if you want to go onto the ground, you can, it's fine. And so I was opening up the door, and of course, he just did a beeline over the door, and he got out. But yeah, he just brought him back in. But yeah, we're not trying to have him, go out into the street or anything right now, because it's like. If he does, I mean, geez, like, yeah, he's gonna get himself hurt, probably. So you can make another one of these? Oh, because we've established the Portuguese Siberia Company. So we can do a Portuguese township. We can do an admiralty. We can do an officer's mess. Property appraiser, trade steering, we don't really need that. Governor General's mansion in Siberia. How about that? All right. And we'll go for the military admin out here, of course. Of course. And the broker's office. Right, obviously. But yeah, I don't know. We have a lot of room to increase our production, for sure. Especially if we can manage to keep our, monopoly on the spice trade and not allow the decline of the spice trade event to fire, which is part of the reason why I'm prioritizing attacking Luwu, because look at all these spice provinces they have right there. So that's pretty huge. Ooh, we lost a little unit. It's okay. Not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. Let's meet up with the rest of these guys. And I think with all these guys together, we're finally actually going to be able to make a difference on this fort here. And wrap this war up real quick. Although I guess we don't really need to hurry that much because we are still kind of growing our admin power. And we're, of course, going to need to core all these places up. But I believe after, if we take all of some, Sulawesi here, I mean, all the Maluka node, except for Papua, will be under our control. Which, if we look at this Ternate, and of course Ternate itself, so we definitely want to go and attack Ternate in a little bit and just take all of these provinces. They have these other ones, England, so we'll have to fight England again, and this one, of course, France. So, okay, it's not likely we'll get every single province in the Maluka node, but that's okay. Also, what is going on here? Australians. What are you guys doing? How come you're not able to fend these guys off, man? I don't get that. Like, it should be easy to take these guys down. You have a 20 stack over here. So, I don't know. But I'm sure they're going to come out on top. They're just letting a bunch of their provinces get occupied in the process for some reason. I don't know why. But it's okay. Ooh. Where else can we make? Oh, yes, that's good. Yeah, company depots. That is the single most important trade company upgrade we can actually make in this game. Just a flat +4 trade power. I mean, well, +4 trade power individually is not huge, but it's pretty significant. It's pretty significant when you consider that's like the one way to directly just increase your trade income over a one simple building built or one simple upgrade, other than of course a marketplace. So this is interesting. Disagreement over company purchases. I've never seen this event before. Whether acquired by conflict or purchase, treaties recognizing the company ownership of Mora have become disputed. Land brokers of the Portuguese Gulf Aden Company insisted as their rightful territory extends somewhat farther than the land they currently administer. Their instance is motivated by the fact that the land in question has been valued particularly high by the brokers, who are now insisting that Adal recognize company ownership of the border area. Adalan officials have not reacted kindly to this unexpected expansionism and demand adherence to their interpretation of the treaties. So, fair land purchases that give its diplomatic reputation. Okay. Or we can get an extra development in this province. Well, I think we just take the development, personally. Sorry, guys. So I believe these guys would have arrived probably. Okay, so yeah, they're coming back to pick these last 5 up, and then they'll be ready to transport another army. So I'm a bit surprised. I still don't have enough guys to besiege this fort here. I'm actually very shocked by that, if anything, really. But we can make a few more, guys. Nothing's stopping us from doing that. So they have, so they have 12 and 12 of infantry and artillery. I'll make another 1-on-1. I'm surprised they're not able to siege this down. I just don't see why they wouldn't be. We have sieged down Tondo, that's good. Let's kill off the rest of the Tondo army here. And great projects. At this point, oh, yeah, this is a good one. At this point, I have so much money, I'm just going to upgrade every great project I have access to, even if they're in the colonial nations and they're not like, you know, entirely 100% totally vital. I think it's worth it. So Manila here, they don't even have a fort, so that's going to be real easy to deal with. Or you know what? Better yet, we'll send these guys down here actually to siege down the fort, and like all of these guys, including these ones, siege down Manila, to siege down Maguindanao. And then once they're finished, we can deploy them these guys elsewhere to aid wherever else, and just have one army there dealing with Manila. Ooh, what? Ooh. That kind of hurt. I got to keep these guys in port. Oh yeah, we can draft ships for war. That's a cool thing. It's you know, three free heavy ships. And let's do it. Production upgrades everywhere. Okay. All right. You guys get back over there. No reason for you guys to be just standing around taking attrition. There's obviously no reason for that. Obviously. It's interesting to see that these guys are actually quite a bit slower. And we will see, can we fully occupy Tondo now? We can. Full annexation of Tondo. Bam, just like that. Love it. Love it. And so Tondo, I guess, you know, these are not super high development. It would be nice if Pangasinan was higher development so we could actually build or could upgrade the center of trade, but it's okay. We'll probably at least dev it up like 3 times to get up to, you know, enough to be a level 2 center of trade. And then we'll go for, yeah, level 3 obviously in Manila. So that's fine. It's fine. It's okay. And Tuan, yeah, okay, so it looks like probably, I'm not going to dump too much, you know, deving into the Philippines over here. We're cool with just 1 level 3 center of trade. That's fine. So, wow, okay. So the monument in Lisbon. So we finally have the Belém Tower. Magnificent monument level 3 monument. Global trade power, plus 15. National sailors modifier, plus 25. Local manpower modifier, plus 50%. Local trade power, plus 15. Now, man, that local sailors modifier is super crucial in the global trade power. Killer. That basically brought our income up straight up over 800 first time in the game. So that's great. Extra 20 prestige, can't go wrong with that. Cool. Love to see it. Proud of the monument. We're proud of it, folks. We're real proud. So that's good. That's good stuff. We're happy about that. That's going to help us. Because we need to get this income as far up as possible, folks. So we're actually not able to go up this way. Our path is blocked, so we will then just go over here because apparently these guys are able to siege down this fort over here anyway, so that's good. And surprisingly enough, these guys still not able to siege down this fort. I don't know what gives. I don't know why that is. I mean, I don't know how much more I need. You know? I suppose it's because it's a fort level 7 technically, because you automatically get a fort level 1 whenever you have a capital. So my assumption is that, you know, you need a little bit more guys. So we probably would have enough guys to siege down a level 6 fort, but a level 7, and it doesn't look like we do. So we'll recruit more guys in Sulawesi and send them over, join our army, you know, and finally we'll be able to start sieging this province. My goodness. My goodness. And we can begin coring this up. So we'll just take out these Manila troops here. Okay. So for one thing, Mogadishu, that's huge. Add that to our trade company. That's significant. So we've got a colonial border conflict. Portuguese Cascadia. It's over basically NorCal, Shasta over here. Let them sort it out themselves. We'll take the 10 prestige. No, not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. Don't care too much about that, to be honest with you. Not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. It's totally fine. So, come on, guys. We gotta be able to get enough. Like, oh, there we go. So we now have enough guys to actually start sieging down this province. Finally. About time. About time. We had to recruit a whole mess of guys over here, but we're finally making a dent in this fort now. You know what I expected? You you always expect things to go quick in this game, and they never seem. They just never do. They just never do. That mission sucks, but it is what it is. It happens from time to time. Okay, so these guys, I mean, I suppose we could have a standing army in the Americas. I think that's probably fine. Yeah, I think that's okay. But check something out here. Yeah, okay. 22 heavy ships, beautiful. So where is our armies? Ah, here they are. So, okay. Treaty of Chesapeake, of Roanoke, okay. Yeah, these guys are in Americas. Yeah, so that's basically all my whole army. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I can leave some in the Americas. That's not a big issue. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We have the Inukshuk Monument. Isn't that cool? Super sick. Okay. Yeah. That's great to have. Beautiful. Gotta love that. Plus, one promoted culture, advisor cost decrease and advisor maintenance. It's not, I mean, it's nothing I can't afford, obviously, but hey, I mean, that makes a difference. It makes quite a big difference, actually. So, okay. Yeah, guys. When the folks get back with the pizza, I'm gonna go ahead and log off. That won't be in too long. So again, it's just kind of a more brief stream, just to, just for the heck of it. I like to stream when I have some time to do so. And Cantor. It's this one. We can't add this to trade company? Oh, it's because it was removed? Okay, yeah. Yeah, I like to stream whenever I have the time, And I definitely wanted to do one today because I had of course been, tinkering with the mic settings, and I wanted to make sure that things were working out well. I wanted to make sure that people were able to hear me a little better, so I went on and tried this out. So, okay, economic matters. Now, so we have the thalassocracy reform available because we've confirmed thalassocracy. Now look at this. Center of trade upgrade costs reduced. Trade company investment costs reduced, which is significant. I'm doing a whole mess of that. Naval force limit modifier plus 25%. Global trade power plus 15%. Beautiful. Thalassocracy. Absolutely just a killer reform. 15% global trade power or trade efficiency. I forget which of the two it was. Even though I just looked at it, but either or. A massive, massive difference that makes. Totally, huge. Huge. It's absolutely huge. Oops. Keep misclicking here. Yeah, we're gonna make sure we get these upgrades everywhere, guys. Production increase, it's massive. It's absolutely massive reform, and that's, very quickly I was able to build almost everywhere. Very quickly with our income at this point. So, cool. Now, let's bring you guys, of course, down here. Now we can do so by actually... Excellent Minister, ooh. Dom Luis Meneses. Now, do we have a half-cost level 5 advisor? We do. So that's trade efficiency. I think we're good with him, actually. So we just took out what was left of Manila's fleet. And let's go ahead and, full annexes. Full annex Manila here. Well, they're one province minor, so it's not really saying much. But there we go, man. Look at that. All southern Luzon is ours. And we're going to have to send someone up to deal with this. This is just getting ridiculous. We're going to go ahead and send these guys actually to Namibia, of all places, just to take out that one rebel province. Can't just let them hang out there for the whole game. Oh, don't tell me they sent these guys to do that. Don't tell, no. I'm assuming, wait. Are they both going? Where are they both going? Okay, weird. Weird. War Gallon, you hang out with the others over here. All right. Okay. So yeah, okay. I mean, this is kind of wrapping up over here. Let's see what kind of fort the Kutai had. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and finish this. Finish Mindanao off, then of course finish Kutai off, and yeah, which is of course another spices province. That's great. That's great. Al-Karak. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead in just a sec, and once we're at peace, we're gonna go ahead and cede this actually to Jerusalem, because we don't have any way of coring that up, and that continues to not be a core. So I don't want to be sitting on a bunch of uncored provinces. That's not how I like to do things. So yeah, we can't core that up. And Mindoro we can't core up right now either, but that's just because it's occupied. Not a big deal. We'll allow we'll allow them to traverse our lands. It doesn't really do us any harm, gives us some more relations with them, which, I mean, serves to sort of more or less kind of keep them less likely to join a coalition against us. All right, so we will go ahead and ask them for contribution. Construction costs, that's key. So in that context, I think we can maybe, you could put down some soldiers' households. I think that's pretty key. And we'll go for a soldier household for anything over 1,000. Manufactories, make a couple of those. And production. So workshops, anything over 0.1, definitely. I think that's generally sort of the rule of thumb. Like anything over 0.1 is definitely worth doing, worth investing in. Sure, I'll take another free 3,000 ducats, my goodness. Yeah, man, for local venture, I mean, it's like, dude, we basically have it everywhere at this point. Like, I mean, we're pretty close to basically, literally, like, having full upgrades on basically all of our trade company provinces, which is, they become pretty OP if you have full upgrades. Like, it's hard to even, it's hard to even imagine that after a little while we're even going to have much more like upgrades we can even spend our money on, like even more buildings or upgrades or whatever. It'll just make sense to build way above our force limit and have a giant mercenary army. And once that's the case, oh yeah, France is going down. France is definitely going down. And it's funny, our good subscriber E Tranger is joking like, okay, I gotta tune in when you finally finish your 54th part of the Portuguese playthrough and actually take on France. But no, it's gonna be sooner than that, my friend. It's gonna be sooner than that. Because the rate things are going, especially in this playthrough, or especially in this episode, things are accelerating. They really are. They really are. So we're gonna go ahead and see if we can full annex Maguindanao now. That kind of rhymes. Yep, full annexation. Just like that. But so we'll be finishing this this war, of course, up this next episode here. And now, of course, that was more or less all we really focused on this episode as far as conquest goes. But of course, as you guys have been aware and have been able to see, you have been able to see, there's a lot of all sorts of other stuff going on around in the background. So there's a lot of our power increasing here, and man. I think we definitely will be able to defeat France, and our income's exploding farther than it ever has. You know, it's just increasing. I wouldn't say exponentially, but it is increasing to a huge amount. And you know what? I don't even care about this coalition. I was thinking that was a spam of people entering the coalition, but no. So it's just a few people entering here and there. I keep misclicking on this. We're gonna put down some more upgrades here, of course. This is kind of a little bit more tedious aspect of this because it's just kind of clicking spots on the map, but it is of course what we need to do. But yeah, guys, as I said, that's all for me tonight. They've gotten back with the pizza, so I'm gonna get off, and yeah, guys, we're going to be able definitely to defeat France. There's no doubt about it in my mind. No doubt about it. Anyway, thank you guys, and tune in next time. I think next stream we'll have Minecraft. Then after that, I'll probably do a little bit more EU4 and then Minecraft again, maybe for 2 times in a row, because I think people are generally preferring to see Minecraft these days. But yeah, anyway, guys, thank you for joining. Have a good one.